Hey, what's up Guardians, TBL here, bringing you another Xursday Agent of the 9 inventory video for Destiny on the PlayStation 4. That's right, it is Friday once again and we are going to see what the Agent of the 9 has in store for us. Now as usual, first things first, we're going to show you where Xur has set up shop this week. You'll find the Agent of the 9 located in Tower North, just across from the speaker. He'll be located just in front of the big sealed doors that we all wish we could go through. He's been in this spot several times before, so you'll find it in no time. Now let's take a look at his inventory. This week, Xur was bringing some major deja vu because this is the exact same inventory that he actually had on January 2nd. Like, down to a T, so we're going to be going through this very quickly. But alright, in terms of exotic armor that Xur is offering this week, for Titans, he is offering the MK.44 Stand Asides, a pair of exotic boots. Now this leg armor isn't bad, it's geared more towards striker and comes with the heavy ammo perk. This perk of course allows you to carry more heavy ammo, which is always a plus. Beyond that, the Stand Aside's signature ability is called Be Somewhere Else. Unlocking this ability increases the total duration that your shoulder charge ability is active, meaning that you strikers will be tackling enemies even more often. Now Titan is the only class that I haven't played as yet, but I'd imagine that's probably pretty fun in PvP. Now up next for hunters, we have the exotic arm piece, Don't Touch Me. This aptly named armor piece's special ability allows you to turn invisible immediately after being hit by a melee attack. This is a fantastic tool for the raid and can pretty much allow you to get through the abyss solo as a hunter, since turning invisible essentially makes enemies lose their aggro on you. Overall, I think it's super helpful and I've got it on my hunter. Now moving on, finally we have the Starfire Protocol exotic warlock chest piece. Xur sold this a couple weeks back, and it's sort of like a free gift of the sun, as this armor's namesake ability basically grants you an additional fusion grenade, freeing up that final Sunsinger perk slot for something else like Touch of Flame or even Angel of Light. Of course, it is important to note that Gift of the Sun and Starfire Protocol do not stack, so equipping them both together will not give you 3 grenades. But alright, moving on, the weapon that Xur has on sale for us this week is the Dragon's Breath Exotic Rocket Launcher. Yeah, I know, we were all hoping for Gjallarhorn again. But we got the Dragon's Breath, and this thing's special ability is known as Pyromancer, where every shell fired from this rocket launcher will leave a solar flare in the place of impact. This is actually a lot more useful than it sounds, since you can use it to both corral and corner an enemy before pelting them with all sorts of damage over time. In the right hands, this can actually be one of the most powerful weapons in the game. So hold on there, don't knock it till you try it. But alright, next up, this week Xur is selling exotic gauntlet engrams. You can of course purchase and decrypt these for a chance at any of the game's currently available exotic gauntlets. And finally on the first list, Xur is once again selling exotic shards. Now up next is the weapons and armor that Xur has available for upgrade this week. First up for hunters, Xur is offering upgrades for the Mask of the Third Man and the Young Ahamkara Spine, an exotic helm and arm piece respectively. And both of them pretty good pieces of armor actually. For Titans, he is offering upgrades for the Helm of Inmost Light and the Crest of Alpha Lupi. Again, no big surprises here, this is the same inventory he had a couple of weeks ago. Finally for Warlocks, Xur is offering upgrades for the Skull of Dire Ahamkara and everybody's favorite Warlock exotic arm piece, the Sunbreakers. I know you guys are excited about that one. Everybody and their mama has a pair of Sunbreakers. But moving on to the weapons that are available for upgrade this week. First up, we have the exotic auto rifle, the SUROS Regime, followed up by the exotic Handcannon Thorn, which actually might not be worth it to pay for, since if you get the bounty, you will automatically get the upgraded version. But that is followed up by the Universal Remote Exotic Shotgun, which is a really rare and quirky weapon. It's got its perks though. Up next is the Pocket Infinity Fusion Rifle, which very much like the Thorn, you can just do the bounty for and get the upgraded 331 version. Next up we have the much beloved Icebreaker Exotic Sniper Rifle. Xur was actually selling this a couple weeks ago. Still one of the best weapons in the game, and for those of you who don't know, is actually part of a glitch that can grant you near infinite heavy ammo. We've got a video for that if you'd like to check it out. Finally, the last weapon Xur is offering upgrades for is the Super Good Advice Exotic Machine Gun. And that's pretty much it for the weapon and armor upgrades. Now let's take a look at the strange curios Xur has on sale. For this week's telemetries, which increase the total amount of EXP you get For the telemetry specified weapon type, Xur is selling Handcannon, Fusion Rifle, and finally, Rocket Launcher telemetries. For vehicle upgrades this week, Xur is selling the Plasma Drive and the Emerald Coil, both of which will upgrade your rare level Sparrow into a legendary, and will change the color of its energy stream when you boost to purple and green respectively. And that is pretty much it for Xur's inventory this week, people. Again, no big surprises here because this is essentially the exact same inventory he had back on January 2nd, which honestly, in my opinion, is a little bit on the disappointing side. You know, to get a couple repeating weeks with the same disappointing inventory while certain people are still waiting for guns like Red Death or Thunderlord to go on sale. And then to compound that with the fact that Xur still isn't selling heavy ammo synths, that's a little bit on the disappointing side for me. Seriously, it's kinda weak, Bungie. But I guess we'll just have to hold out for next week because that is where this week's Xursday inventory video comes to a close. That will about wrap this video up, guys, and if you like what you saw here, do feel free to check out my channel where we'll have a ton more Destiny content coming out soon. Anyways, it's gonna be it for me now, guys. Hopefully Xur had at least one thing that you guys wanted or needed. But as for me, I'm out for now. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty. I love X-Man shooters, Mom.